Hi, my name is Chavez, and this is my studio. I've been involved with doing performing and writing songs for since middle school or high school, and until about the last year or so I've always kind of had someone with me that was really taking the reins on the production aspect. Current record that I'm making with Connor for my project Cloud Companion, reintroduction to learning production and practicing and feeling out how what my approach is. Your environment affects so much about, it kind of affects everything, your space. And so to have an intentional space to make things feels, I don't know, pretty, it helps me focus, helps you focus. For the longest time, I was just satisfied with the idea of what I could produce on, with a piano and singing and a little drum machine and a voice memo. And that was enough to kind of satisfy that creative itch. What's been nice about learning production is going a step further, and it's taking it out of idea land and bringing it into reality, and that process is really fun. It feels like the space informs the music. And I've had this keyboard for 10 years. So I use this keyboard for Cloud Companion material and for Sabrina Ellis. The sound a little bit with this kind of setup, but it's not like a synthesizer or even a stage 3 where you can really start to craft the sound. You have a limited palette to work with this. I like the electric piano sounds more on the keyboard I use for TC and for Flyer Club. That's a Yamaha CP73. But I don't like the acoustic piano sounds on that keyboard as much. And it's kind of the opposite. And I like the electric piano sounds. There's just a different quality to them. In a lot of ways it feels like I can't imagine not doing it as much as I do. It feels integral to just the way that I experience and process life. Projects and stuff that I do in here too. I'm an animator, so Tron models samples. I used it a lot when I was writing Ordinary Time. It's kind of pretty simple stuff. Some kind of drum machine going as I'm playing a keyboard, and that's how I begin the snowball of making a song. Starting with the beat and starting with the drum machine was really helpful in getting me out of piano singer-songwriter mode, because that's that's the background that I started out with, is sitting at the piano singing, and it wasn't even really songs for dancing, it was more songs for listening early on. And as I've gotten older, as I've become part of the scene that I'm a part of, as I've met the friends that I'm friends with, started to kind of shift the approach from just being piano singer-songwriter into exploring what producing a whole track will feel like, and coming at it from different angles instead of just the piano. A certain kind of artist I wanted to be, and I was on a path trying to do that, but it didn't fit completely as to what I really wanted to make, or what I was physically possible, able to do. And so now I feel a lot of my writing comes from a more intuitive place rather than just a cerebral place. It's okay, I'm hitting that. Okay. No one's home, I guess, today. and then other times it's I like to play this is a song off the record.